Water, my friend. Drink water. Who wants to fly high with me? So yeah, Lebuham CB. And then he was here. You see, I feel a bit Tevin Campbellish tonight, taking my chest out. You know. Yeah, let's see, who do we have? Hey, Tabzo. We're taking it easy. If you've been doing a work of some sort, you will know that you've been zapped. You know, you don't even know what to wear. I feel sorry for people that had to go to work or had prior commitments, because for the last couple of days, all of us energetically, actually, we've been useless. The reason why our bodies have been fucked around like this is because there's a genetical mutation that is taking place. You changing, I'm changing. Abutika Theo, Mavis Toem. So I spoke about it at length about cosmical energetic shifts. These are the light body codes. The people that speak about them are Kaaba. Oh, if you don't know that you have something beyond your flesh, you might not understand what we're talking about. But for the people that are up to speed, that's what time it is. Who's up to speed here? Here I am asking as if like I'm the guru. You know? Who's up to speed? And Tabzo, Dumela Luena, thank you very much for your likes. Anybody that is here, or all the people that are here, let's do the right thing. Let's show some brother, or let's show the brother some love. By the way, welcome if you're here for the first time. If you're shocked as to what has been happening to your body, let's talk about it a little bit. Is this when everybody feeling so? Yeah, the shit has been going down, bro. You know, some people, depending where you go with your belief, some people are scared. Some people have been watching a lot of alien movies, you know, like the unexplained. Ooh. So people have been seeing ghosts. And this does not matter whether you're Christian or you're not. You know? Hey man, let's get the shit going. Lisiba Javta, Lirato, Tevin. I speak about Tevin Campbell, and Tevin shows up. That's how the energy works. By the way, today we're speaking about magic. For the people that have been into law of attraction and, goodness. You have the book. Get the book. Read the book. Read the book. But if you want us to break the book further, you're going to need to join us for the retreat. We communicating the details in a WhatsApp group. This will be our third retreat, by the way. Chichi! See, Chichi is here. Ntabzo is here. Smiso Radebe is here. If you're not into spooky stuff, don't tune in. I'm probably a wrong guy. If you want to speak about Skomota and McG and Takalani Sisame, you can go to another platform. Here we're speaking about real shit. Stuff that make your body be like, hey, hey, cheese man. Let's go, man. We working. My wife said I can be here until when I want to. So if you guys keep it game, we breaking the codes. A lot of shit of books that I have here that we're gonna share when I get the chance. Yeah, I got some new babies. I got this baby today. This is the myths and legend retold. There's a story here, the story about Mercury. We're speaking astrology as well tonight. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about this if I get the chance. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it engaged. Hey, we don't be getting me speaking as if like this is a Presbyterian church. I understand if you're driving, it's okay, but if you got your fingers free, let's talk. By the way, this platform is not about anybody following anybody. The last person that needs to be followed is myself. Asenbliftu. If you're coming on this platform, what we do is we're sharing books, we're sharing ideas, we're having fourth and fifth dimensional conversations. And so the reason why I'm speaking like this is for us to be able to understand one another. So the reason why I share books is because it's high time that we stop following people and we start following ourselves. There is no reason for you not to be conscious today. Being conscious, by the way, it means nothing but to realize that you are God. That's it. So, Tabo M329 Cruel. Can somebody please tell me if are we still at the same speed, or do you want us to talk about the law of attraction? You want to manifest a husband. So yeah, man, let's see. I'll be guided by the mood of the Ntabi saying. Honest gift. Juju. Mtswaki. Elizabeth. Rina. Hey, it's in the building again. So I'm just building up the time towards 6 o'clock. Oh, by the way, I wanted to speak about spiritual attacks at length, but I always get cut off every time when I speak about the spiritual attacks. Let's get the shit straight quickly. When you see ghosts or when you see angels, it has nothing to do with people attacking you. It has something to do with your thoughts. Hey, Silas is in the building. You subscribed for 14 months. Silas, speaking about what I just saw here, before I can get to the spiritual attacks, I have to say this. I don't know if you guys are aware that the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, these days belong to certain energies. So it happens that Tuesday is ruled by number 5, the planet Mars. And Silas comes and subscribes for 14 months. You know, if you take 1 plus 4, that gives you 5. That's your throat chakra. We're still together, right? Percy. Hey, we're speaking about ghosts here, bruh. So if hey, you want me to go more? Let me go for more. For you, I'll go for more. Because nobody has actually wanted to get what I've been working on today. Wait for this. Shit has been going down. We're gonna have to do the work, people. Masosibo Dumela. So Tuesday. It's the day that is ruled by I'd say the deity or the god Jehute. Jehute, by the way, is Hermes. Hermes is also known as Thoth. Thoth is also known as the baboon. If you're doing the process of alchemy, that is, if you've been doing the work, you need to know these numbers, you know. Like Tuesday. Today we're dealing up with Mercury. Astrology, baby. Oh, the monkey is also known as Hanuman. Petunia. So Silas, don't be starting like that. You know, you're starting the show with such a big bang. So let me get back to the business. If the spiritual attacks, that's what we're speaking about. By the way, today we're speaking about astrology at length. We're gonna break the shit down. And I came prepared. Thought that's not a bird. How do I say? Okay, when I start speaking about mythology, I will preface it. By the way, when I refer to a myth, I'm talking about the allegory. Tsumo, Bale, Barenere, Koi. This is a message that contains millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of information. Just like your genes. Your genes have information. Like, you know. But you're going to have to go code it. How do you code your genes? You firstly have to start with the subconscious mind. If your subconscious mind is harboring a lot of hurtful thoughts, judging, gossiping, stinginess, what happens is your brain is such a smart thing. It reflects to you what you've programmed into it. So if your brain is unchecked, like Plato said, there's a guy by the name of Plato, the guy that gave you the allegory of the cave. This is the guy that wrote at length about Atlantis. For you guys that have been doing the work, you will know that there's a beautiful shit about Atlantis that is happening, because it is said that it sunk somewhere. I'll make a video about that someday, but it's not really my it's not in my plate yet, or that much. But I'll give you guys some few books that you can refer to if I can find them. Yeah, I really can't find them, but it's fine. So that's what's happening. And if your life is unchecked, what your brain, because your brain is your broadcaster. You hear people every day say, think positive, and you think they're playing. You know, I come here every day speaking about let's heal, and now I almost sound like a broken record. But that's where it starts, because what healing does for you, it changes the program. And as your programs change, you're going to start broadcasting different programs. But you cannot be able to skip the third dimension, the dual nature, because remember, You have the heart and you have the brain. These two are not necessarily friends. You know, they're not really friends, because for me, I can almost remember when I left my job back in 2014. My brain was saying to me, hey bro, you're getting 555,000 per year, and you wanna leave for doing what? Mind you, you don't even know it. This is the typical conversation that your heart will have with your head. Who's still here? I don't want to sound preachy, you know. After what I see what TD Jakes did. I don't want such energies. You know. Lebogang, Eddie Mamzo. I think people are shocked here, and I'm trying to make this thing as easy as possible. I come here, look at how I look. I mean, I look like Tevin Campbell, eh? Back in the days, you know, taking the chest out and what chest? Yeah, let's see who do we have here. We're having fun. If you want to subscribe to the channel, by the way, please do so. Alternatively, if you want to help me with the channel to broadcast these shit, because you know, you're not going to believe this data costs, bro. Shit. But we're also going to be talking about that as well, particularly when it comes to the cell phones, to the connectivity. There's an heightened amount of radioactiveness that has been let out. The Lebogang. How are you, Lebza? I think people in here, they mesmerized, or they shocked, or they just angry. I think you're saying a lot of interesting things, but also just... I don't want to finish them on purpose. Yeah, thank you very much for that. You know, PNG offline, thank you very much for that. Look at how things work out. Do you know why I keep my thoughts extraperennials? You know why I take something out and put it back? This is to inspire or to impress upon people that are watching me that the shit don't come from me. If it makes you feel, ooh, I wish you could speak about that, send me a WhatsApp, I'll send you a book on that. So in a way, I'm a very boring guy because, you know, I hardly finish up any form of thought. This, by the way, might be out, but that's exactly how the universe is. Chaos. I mean, like, let's take last week example. Am I on? Masosibo. Yeah, I don't know if I'm on or off. So yeah, man. Yeah. Adamida. Kuti, baby. So we're still up to speed about the spiritual attacks, right? So now when you get to see the angels, particularly lately, because there's this big concept that we're going to be speaking about when it comes to astrology. There's this concept of the veil. Valencia. There's this concept of us being in a dome. You know, there's books that I shared. The book speaks about, the name of the book is the Agatha. This book postulates that there's a civilization that lives, thrives, have their malls, children, you know, they fuck around, they also watch porn, they probably have TikTok, that are living under the earth. This is not my theory, by the way. You can also go Google it. They're called, the name of the book is Agatha. But I've shared it in a WhatsApp group for you guys to be able to read it. Most of the things that I'm going to talk about, and I know it's going to make you feel shitty. A lot of books that I'm talking about here, a lot of people have them. I mean, like, take Power of Positive Thing for one. I know everybody has this book. Valley! I know everybody has this book. That's one. I know everybody has this book. I'm looking for Think and Grow Rich. You probably have the book, right? I never go anywhere without it. What the fuck are you, Bree? Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, for people that are doing research on Atlantis, I've shown you guys this book before, but I think it's a good book to get. It's by Charles Berlitz. It ties together with what we're talking about now. So, what I'm doing here, I just came to remind you about these things. But now, we have to start understanding them on a deeper level. We have to start understanding that we are the co-creators of our reality. This is the backbone of the law of attraction. By the way, in life, you don't get what you want. Sometimes you do, you know. In life, you get what you are. What you are, when you go to the Hermetic texts, these are those texts that your pastor says you must not read. You know those ones, right? Oh, by the way, there's a book that'll be a very good treaty for you once you start learning these things. The name of the book is the book that your church don't want you to read. You're right. So, by the way, the books that I'm referring to, in case you missed it in a WhatsApp group or you're not in a WhatsApp group, write them down, send them to me so that I can send them back to you. Well, half the time I would have forgot the names, you know. Because that's who we are as Africans. We write things not on books. The reason being, Africans never had a slightest idea of cutting down the trees. How do you cut something that keeps you alive? You know? And now, I shared the book earlier on the week, or was it last week, about the fairies for tree huggers. Who's a tree hugger? Is there a tree hugger in here? Show yourself, you freak. You know, who's a tree hugger here? My wife told me that I should slow down, you know, because I dish out a lot of concepts and a lot of people think, oh, freaks are in the building. You know. So, one of the things, that is if you want to start now speaking to the trees. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, but let me not get ahead of myself. Let me get back to. So, Africans never used to believe that we had to cut down the trees. That's why the first technology of writing, they tend to miss the point, you know. I built so many fragmented points that people fall in them. And you live in the UK. You can. So you can, yeah, you can. Particularly lately. Hey man, you can be whatever that you want to be, bros. I mean, I know with me now, the tutorial that I'm working on is manifesting money. Fuck, this energy is very elusive. I'm trying to catch it and it goes. It was then when I was trying to look at it, I found that success has to do with masculinity. Masculinity has to do with my dad. My dad has to do with my left and brain. That's a bit of shadow work, by the way. That's how you live in the UK. So since when I'm working on this, you guys make it nice for me, Because every time when I come live and I say, people buy me airtime, I somehow feel like a shame. I'll be like, ooh, after speaking such powerful things, you don't even have airtime. But that's a gist of the platform, by the way, as well. We are approaching very difficult aspects jokingly. To inherit the kingdom of God, you have to become like a child again. Boo boo. So yeah, if you got the PayPal, hit me up, baby. Part of the proceeds that the UK gained by taking our African artifacts, I just wanted to be noticed. That was just a joke, mean joke though. So yeah, by the way, if you're a Christian, welcome. If you are a pagan, welcome. If you fly by the broom, welcome. If you're into crystals, I can console you. If you're into the Bible, I got the Bible, so you're safe. I don't promote any form of religion. Actually, I'm in the business of fucking all of them up. For me. So in case you join up this life and you're gonna feel offended, hey man, there's not much that I can do for you there. All that I'm trying to say is, we're not interested which God is better, which God is stronger, which God is weaker. Some say that, so fuck it. Half of the people that we live with are crazy. And I mean, like, they tell you all the time, stop stressing, you get sick. Stop stressing, you get sick. But now people get sick and people want to fix up the symptoms. No, start with stress. What stress? Incessant chatter. What causes incessant chatter? You being on an autopilot, you are a habit freak. So when I come here on a platform trying to disturb your brain pattern, telling you that God is a woman and she's black, and you almost want to get in a TikTok and come strangle me. And I feel so painful for you, but for me it's a bliss, because all of us, whether you go with Jesus, you go with Krishna, you go with Presbyterian, whoever that you're going with, all of us are going towards the same direction. If I just ruffled your feathers, these are the spiritual attacks that we're talking about. Half the time, nobody's attacking us. Actually, I'd say 99.9999999%. Nobody's attacking you. Just let that one sink in, because I know it's too much. No, my Gobela told me. Oh, your guru told you that. 11:11. Yeah, you got that. That's a 4, baby. It's a feminine shit. Happy New Year. Hey, Lerato. My birthday, is it still it? If then the goddess has said so, thank you very much. I'll overextend it. By the way, it was my birthday on the 6th of this month. I normally call it my reincarnation celebration day. But you can't say that to Christians, because some of them still don't believe in reincarnation, which is a very flimsy topic, Hey, don't be doing that. The whole body, shut up. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I like cakes. I like anything that has to do with sherry. Even if you can get me all brown sherry. 750 bottle is 50 rands. Because if you were to send it with the take a lot, it's gonna take, So hit me up. You know where my numbers are, man. Oh, but while you're at it, I'm on a campaign of gathering airtime. So if, you can do both, it's fine. But if you have to choose, I'll go for the airtime. And again, you know. But yeah, let's get to business. Let's go back to business. So now the spiritual attacks are nothing but the emanation of your deeper part of your consciousness. Please go study a little bit of psychology. Psychology will teach you that your brain has like like your brain is like that, and that's exactly what Hindus speak about when they say that you have 5 bodies. You got energy body, emotional body, mental body, you know. Ice. Drinking water with ice, yeah? So, if you want to ward yourself against spiritual attacks, there are a few tips though. But it's not the tips that have the energy. It's you who has the energy. Some people speak about sprinkling salt. You know, like baloyin. You know, who's ever has heard or has used or uses the salt? Either when you bath, when you feel attacked. Who uses the salt? Let's have some fun here. And again, I'd say why you guys do it. It doesn't mean like we're a lawyer, you know. We're gonna break down the science. Let's break down the science quickly. Tandy P. Who uses? Woo-hoo! Hey, baby, with Epsom salt, it's a bomb, man. You know, with the okay. Let me speak about the salt before I can get to the Epsom salt. Or if you're new here to the channel, please follow the brother. Yeah, man, and also make it nice, man. Shit, stop being stingy. And I know that you fresh from the church's wound or wounds, because church is very notorious. Church is like a bank, but the other way. You know, church is like a bank, but the other way. This ATM just doesn't give, you know, but it takes. Sprinkling on a bird. So if you got some cash, man, hit the brother up. My PayPal is here. I use, what the fuck is this, MTN? I know you hungry, but if you have 2 rand, if you send me 1 rand, you have 1 rand, we both hungry, and now we kill the hunger. You know? But yeah, I'm done with that. Don't mind me, I'm on campaign of debunking my ego when it comes to success. That's how you try to do the shadow work. You look at your significant self. Let me say, people normally say you're so beautiful. But you've been beautiful because of aesthetics, makeup, fake hair. And I got nothing wrong with that. But now, when you're doing the shadow work, you might as well somehow go to the extreme. No makeup and cut off your hair. It's not really the action itself, but it's what the action delivers to you. That's it. Soul work. But none of us want to do it because, hey, a lot is at stake. What's at stake? The ego, your personality. The personality has to die. We're going to get it deep into Gnostics tonight. Oh, hey, here's a book that I was telling you about. Pretty much everybody has this book, Think and Grow Rich. We're going to be speaking a lot about Gnosticism tonight. The Dead Sea Scrolls. We're going to be touching a little bit of Da Vinci, obviously. So, this is what a soul does, right? There's this science called alchemy. Alchemy, by the way, it's the highest form of science. Not like Western wise. Us here in a Western civilization, we view at astrophysics astrophysics as if like it's a shit, you know. But back in the days, this is now before the shit started going down, you know, people becoming masculine, people becoming patriarchal. Um, when you look for God, they only show you man. And now you ask yourself, where's the mother in all of this shit? You know? And the deeper you ask these questions is then when you realize that something is wrong here. And the deeper you search, the more you find. And the more you find, the more disturbed you get. Rocking around with a bunch of clones. You know? Yeah, but yeah. Okay, spiritual attacks, right? So salt, what salt does, the highest science, which is alchemy, this is the science of finding the philosopher's stone. What's a philosopher's stone? Gold. Fountain of youth. Immortality. They'll be like, I got the fountain of youth, bro. Yeah. It also revitalizes your sex life. Because I mean, like, it's a fountain of youth. They call it the philosopher's stone. Some people call it gold. Some people call it enlightenment. Yeah, the shit is going down, sis, you know. But nonetheless, we're here until, say, 8. You know. The game is still the same. You got some couple of rents to spare in your Capitec. Betcha the brother. You got some likes. Do the shit. Questions. Let's go. Comments. Oh, the topic today, Kibulo, you know. It's just that I didn't get to change it. A bit of a disclaimer. You know, a bit of a disclaimer. Law of attraction, prayer, lighting a candle, meditation, yoga. These are nothing but form of energy work. So, with the law of attraction, if you imagine a house, and I know all of us want houses. Hey, I want a house, bro. Ish. But then I gotta stick my priorities together, you know. You can't be wanting a house and you don't have airtime. You know. So I'm busy getting my shit together, you know. But nonetheless, I've since learned that subconscious mind doesn't work with order. So if you're into law of attraction and you orderly, you're doing it the wrong way. So yeah, this is what we're talking about. So what you're doing is, the reason why when you sprinkle salt, it tends to ward off the enemy. First things first. All things, your devils, your gods, your angels, your archons, your demiurges, all exist in your DNA. Ain't no shit outside of yourself. I don't know if you up to speed with that, because this is the law that we were taught, I think, primary school, man. Standard 3, standard 2. We were told that energy cannot be destroyed nor be created. Quite recently, they've expanded it with epigenetics. This is a science that studies hereditary traits. Why do you look like your father? Why are you such a dick? You know? Like, why are you so stingy? Why are you so good? Why are you so tall? Why are you like this? It turns out that you sitting there where you're sitting, whether you're driving, doing the work, being astounded, asking yourself, who the fuck is this guy? You sitting there, you might look like you are alone, but you come as many with almost 20 generational DNA pouches. This is what Maya Angelou was speaking about when she said, I might look as one. Make no mistake, baby. A compact. You know? So that's how the shit goes. That's how the shit goes. So, if you're using the salt was known as the flesh. Because when you go to alchemy, you got the salt, the sulfur, the mercury. Ooh. Are we still together? Because I don't want to be getting way too ahead of myself, you know. Still have Christians here. Let's take it slowly. Silas, I know you're probably having a party there, you know. And look at how you coming. Let me show you how you coming. You come here, you send up the 19 roses. Remember we played around with the numbers earlier on, where you dished out the 5. You come now, you come up with the 18. The 18 gives you 9. The 9 is the number of completion. There's a guy who was very fascinated about the 9, Nikola Tesla. 369. We don't have time to explain it here, you know. Now, because if it's like what at one point McG was interviewing Ricky Rick. Hey man, that's a big energy that. Don't fuck around with Ricky Rick. It's a huge energy that. So this is what he was saying. He's saying McG was asking Ricky Rick about the Gucci tattoo that he had on his Adam's apple, which, by the way, that's a mythological gem. If you're into a myth, obviously. So how would you speak about Grisa, or if you grew up around the elderly, you wouldn't have a problem with what I'm talking about. But if you grew up with a phone and technology, like we worlds apart. You know, you talking about the left and brain, I'm talking about the right and brain. For the people that have been initiated into the right and brain thinking, by the way, which is something that you do yourself. Initiation means nothing but genes. Genes means nothing but Genesis. Genesis meaning encoding your DNA. So, you coming out with 18, which is the 9, and the 369, I don't even know where I was. Oh shit. Let me forget about that. So now, the salt symbolized the flesh. Here's a story that's going to be very unsettling. And I'm going to ask to read it so that I don't miss a point. Don't worry, I'll share a book with you if you want it. Or the Ricky Rick story. Yeah, I know you'll be listening like that. So now Ricky Rick says to McG, because McG was asking, what the fuck was at the tattoo? Then Ricky Rick says, if I have to explain it to you, I don't need to. That's what the 369 works like. It's like. So, this is the highest saying of Tao. There's a saying, I think I think I read it in Tao the Pooh. I sent this book yesterday or the day before yesterday. If you've been sleeping on this book, ish. And this is such a nice book, you can finish up in the night. So this is what the saying of the Tao goes like. To the one who understands it, no explanation is required. To the one who doesn't understand it, no explanation will ever be sufficient. I'm sitting here trying to explain something which probably makes you sick to your stomach because you got no idea what I'm talking about. You know, Madam Pebbles, let's do the right thing. And then now, you started it. Whoever that's asking for the live to be put on TikTok, you know how the game works. You get the brother some data. I actually have 2 videos that I've left behind. I'm very cheap, you know. But they say the quickest way on how to be broke is to be woke. Yeah. Because now you start looking at this money story, you start looking at this, like the body, you start looking at it and you're thinking, fuck, this is such a stupid joke. But you gotta play in it, right? Oh, I was not saying I am. I was just, this is my personal opinion. Just now people are sitting there, they'll be like, ooh, he's such a saint. Hey, bruh, I got my shit going down back to forth. You know, it's like, it's okay. Where do we go from here? The reason why I'm on these lives, best believe it, I need them more than you do. I'll wait for this one, I promise. So, we're setting the scene now. Oh, the salt. Oh, Jesus. This is then what happens with the salt. When you throw on the salt, what you're doing is you are subduing your lower nature. What is your lower nature? Your lower nature, it's your, there's thoughts that are always lingering. You don't know them. I can bet you right now. You don't know them. You know, these are thoughts that make you love. Let me say you love a certain color. And you don't know why. Like, what the fuck is it with blue? I mean, that's my favorite color, by the way. You know. These are thoughts, like when you have a computer, you write all the program. Let me say you open up Google. You search porn there, because I know you fuckers, you know. You know, you searching porn there by Google, and you pull up Santos Bonaccio. He cracks your brain telling you about astrology, and you're like, oh Jesus. So you don't close these programs. What you do is you minimize them. These are the thoughts that your subconscious mind is laden with. If you have a traumatic experience, which happens to a shit ton amount of us. By the way, the biggest trauma that we've suffered as humankind, or the biggest trauma we suffered as the gods, is to become human in a flesh. I know that one just did like, you know, coming in a flesh, it was a trauma enough. So if you're having traumatic experiences, let me say somebody was molesting you, take a very worst case scenario. And the person who was doing the act had a color red on. And when the shit was going down, you probably were way too young for you to be able to register it. So this is what your body does. I shared a book as well in a WhatsApp group. The name of the book is Your Body Keeps Score. That's the name of the book. Your Body Keeps Score. And if you don't have it, write it down, send me a WhatsApp so that I can send it to you. This is what happens. Silas, don't make it sound so mystic. Don't make it sound so huge. You know, this shit is so small. This is actually some standard 2 stuff. Don't mind Silas. So what you do is, let me say you're 3 years old. Your brain, because it's so smart. Because remember, the trauma that you suffer from, particularly if you were molested or something huge was done to you physically, viscerally, what happens is your body gets so shocked. It goes like, they call it the freeze, or it has the flight, or it has the flee. So, because we're living here, you gotta live. What your body does, it takes the memory and it shuts down. It shuts it down. It's like, subu, you know? You somehow don't remember that you've been molested until you go to a psychotherapist, and the psychotherapist tells you all of these things. Because that's what psychoanalysts do. Carl Gustav Jung, Sigmund Freud, these niggas, they knew that. So they started making business out of our neurosis, because we're mad. We call them psychic attacks. Ain't no shit attacking you here. Of course, you do have some elements that want your energy. That's what I said, it's going to be very destabilizing. Every time when you get angry, go listen to Bob Marley. I was not saying go listen to Bob Marley every time when you get angry, but it came out like that. I was saying when you get angry, there's a Bob Marley song that goes, if you getting angry, you're singing praises or the hymns to the enemy. That's the first line. What does it say is, every time when you entertaining an emotion of a lower frequency, the reason why anger makes you feel sad and tired, it's because there is somebody feeding from you. You'll be angry there and they'll be looking at you, be like, you know, like when you're having an argument with your partner, I mean, they'll be saying, oh, we're even gonna have dessert. You go to bed, you get worried about your debts tomorrow. What are you gonna drive? I remember when I woke up this morning, I was making my 1+1 maths. It's like, if I buy data now in the morning, which is 22 rands, I'm probably not going to have it at night. And shit, I have to go live. So I was like, let's see what happens. But you don't do it passively. You do it with your intention. Even when you want to get rid of the entities that are feeding from you, that you call demons, you need to speak to them. Sometimes, like when you got molested and somebody was wearing color red, for some reason you have a detestation towards red. Every time when you dream about red, you get scared. That is the red trying to say to you, hey, listen here. I didn't come to hurt you. Speak to me. The more you run away from this red, it grows horns. You know, like, and it's gonna come holding something very grotesque. That's your demon. So ain't nobody attacking your ass. Quit feeling sorry for yourself and be like, oh, my ancestors are punishing me. No, line your shit up. Okay, Malum Kill Cat speaks about it. There's a song where DJ Spitster, powerful energy there as well. Combos are communicating. That's a fucking highest mystical song I've ever heard. You know? And this is the nice part about it. Yeah, according to Chinese medicine, I think I've shared this somewhere in the WhatsApp group. Hey, I see some message. I see a message. So, in Chinese medicine, the name of the book is Stone Medicine. Write it down as well. If you don't have it, let me know so that I can send it to you. They speak about the gunas. These are the 3 levels that you have. According to other practices, they call it your thinking, your willing, and your doing. Your thoughts, your heart, your hands. Your 3, you got like here. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to rate it. I mean, like even this one here. But this one is going to be a little bit salty because there's something that I'm planning to do for the people that want to go ahead with such conversations, whereby I think we pass healing now. If you guys understand what I'm saying. A lot of us tend to get caught at healing. You heal like you heal forever, you know. You're like, hey man, I'm still healing. You know, you be like, yeah, bro, you know, my dad hurt me, man, you know. My baby mama trauma stories, man. And I don't know what am I going to do with the data, man. And now you start understanding that when you're doing that, you are on the menu. Doubt eats you. And he's probably looking at me now when I'm talking about it, is thinking, hey, bruh, what are we going to eat? This goes back to that Japanese adage that says, or is it a Mexican, where the grandchild was asking the grandfather, Grandfather, I've heard a story that there are two wolves that live in man. The one is dark and the one is light. Then the story goes on. Grandfather says, whatever that you feed grows. And whatever that you feed comes and eats this that has been not being fed. The reason why a lot of us cannot be able to ascend, it's because we've been feeding the wrong wolf. So what I'm looking into doing, I'm looking into coming up with a bit of a class. This is obviously leading towards the retreat that we're having. We're having the retreat, and I said to my wife, she'd not tell me about this date, but she told me, fuck, I'm going at it. I'm locking it in already. The schools are closing on the 23rd of March. The retreat is on the 29th. Poster not out yet. We don't even know the prices. But the 29th, we're going at it. 2 nights, Friday, Saturday. We're having a ball there. So what we're going to do is, for the people that are registering for the retreat, because we're going to be doing a lot of energy work there, I'm going to start having classes on the side. Not to exclude other people, you know. I think we're at the stage whereby, if your shit is serious about you going somewhere, show your intention, show your universe your skin, put your skin in the game. Don't be afraid to go buy a book. Somebody shared something in a WhatsApp group, and I was so elated. I actually didn't even go live yesterday because I couldn't stop myself from sobbing, you know. Where the fuck is that book? Here's a book. Somebody went on and bought this book. I recommended this book last week when I was talking about the chakras. Somebody went and bought the book. And I mean, like, it makes me so elated because a lot of us are sitting where we're sitting because we've been getting second-hand information. You waiting for you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Hey, brass, you are the horse. And the more you tell your truth, the more you become vulnerable. It's the more then that the enemy is going to leave your life. Speaking of the enemy, there's this thing of this guy that has been invented. This guy apparently, he doesn't want what's good for you. This guy appears in pretty much, not so much mythological texts, not so much spiritual texts, but religious texts. Oh, these are the books that you can get as well. You get them at CNA. I got these ones at CNA. This is the sign that you have to look for. These are the guys that make ideas that are complex very simple. It's a DK, I think it's a husband and a wife. Shit, they're killing it here, bro. In this book, they speak about, let me just read for you. Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and modern religions. Your new age and shit, you know. You witches. Yeah. So if you're new here, follow the brother. Don't be shy to gift. Off the platform as well, I got my PayPal account. Which one? Or the book again, or this one. My PayPal account. Go check out my PayPal boy. They got a lot. They got the religion. You see this one? It's a religion in it. They got another. I want to show you the editions. They look something like this. You see, this is what they do. They and I bought it go global back in the days, you know. CNA, I think I bought them. It was $350 combo, but the best CNA, I think it's closed. The last time we were there, Oh, by the way, for you guys that are in Bloom, there's a store. Wa bona ha o kena Garaga waterfront. Ka site ile la gara. There's a store there. They sell a lot of shit. They got the crystals. My very first crystal I bought it there. It was a rainbow. It was a tiger's eye in the shape of an ankh. Back then I didn't even know what an ankh was. I always thought that an ankh was a cross of the devil, you know. We're getting to that now. This is the guy that I'm talking about. You find him everywhere. This is the ankh, by the way. So, too much to take in. Let's take it easy. There's this idea of this guy that have been invented. I say invented because the concept of the devil never existed. I don't know how you're gonna take that, but fuck it. You know, we somehow gonna have to talk about it. Because a lot of us have been scared of the boogeyman for the longest amount of time. Whoo, the boogeyman is coming. So what we're going to be having, before I can get to the spiritual attacks about the whole devil, Satan, and the imaginary enemy. Imaginary enemy. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having classes for the people that are going to be registering up for the retreat, because this retreat, since well, is the third one. The first one was energy healing, right? The second one was energy liberation. The third one is energy at work. You've liberated this energy, right? Get the shit to work then. Whether you are a Christian, because Christianity as well, a lot of people don't know this. There's a mystical part of Christianity. Yeah, bro. So for you to be a mystic, or for you to be able to be awakened, you don't necessarily have to change your religion. Now you want to become a Hindu. You know, yeah, no, that's distasteful. So that's what we're going to be having. This is what we're going to be doing in those classes. They're going to be very unstructured. I don't even want to take out the poster for them, because you take out a poster, people think that, oh, it's such an important thing. No, nothing important about those classes. What I'm going to be talking about is things that we can put to use, particularly for the people that are serious about the energy work. Once you've debunked the concept of good and bad, understanding that good and bad is nothing but you, inverse, the universe. So, I don't know, half the time, a lot of people that I'm talking to here, you know, it's people that are still going through a lot. And I don't want to be taking that away from them, but I'm thinking, I'm holding the people that want to be doing the magic back, you know, because people want to fly with brooms. People want to be like the Christian mystic Neville Goddard. People want to be like Reverend Ike. People want to be like Adam Clayton Powell. The people want to be like Abdul. I'm talking about the first black mystics. The whole sensational preaching. This is the shit that Reverend Ike came about with. A dark brother, you know. Obviously, after being a student of Neville Goddard for the longest of time. Neville Goddard is a Christian mystic. When I'm speaking about the Christian mystics, I'm talking about the likes of your Norman Vincent Peale. The guy that wrote The Power of Positive Thinking. Mystic. Dr. Joseph Murphy. Mystic. So, the number one hurdle for you to be able to do the work, so that's what we're going to be doing. So, I don't want to price this so much. What I want to do is, I want to do it 50 a pop. The reason why I'm pricing them like $50 a pop is because Mr. Eckhart. It's just to separate the veil, you know, from people that are serious. Because I could do it here for free, but now if I was to speak here, a lot of Christians are still having a bit of a problem, or, you know, thinking that the devil is something that is out there. Some people still think that the heaven is somewhere. And now, now you almost have to go nice and easy, you know. You'll be parroting them and say, you're going to be all right. At this present moment in time, just to give you how deep the game is, at this present moment in time, we're at the cusp. Go check out Doctor Strange 2 in Multiverse. Strange, yeah, that's shit I'm talking about, you know. Baxito, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad that you came up with a name. I like people like this, you know. They call it online classes. But now the problem is going to be like, imagine listening to me giving you a class. Hey man, that would be a mess because I'm going to spend the whole hour laughing about shit. But if you're interested, please send me a WhatsApp. I'm not looking into taking a lot of people. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do it over the WhatsApp platform. Video style. You know. I don't know the functionality of it, but it oh, is it now? Why am I catching it on so late? Must I could be making... Oh, shit. But then if you guys say that it's a class, then class it is then. So please send me a WhatsApp. Probably then my wife don't know about this shit, but I tipped her in the morning that there's something that is in my spirit that I have to put it out there for the people that are interested in this. So what we're going to do is, if your ass is up registered for the retreat, oh, here's one of the packs as well. I've always wanted to not launch that. Hey, yeah, we're a bit slow today. You know, here's the thing. Some of the perks. There's people that have subscribed to my channel. One of them is Silas. I know he doesn't mind me being, you know, saying his name. This is a brother that has been, you know, he might not know it, but I think he knows it. You know, and he's one of the first people to subscribe to the channel. I mean, think about it. Subscribing takes money. You know. And here I am, I'm dealing up with my insecurity issues, and this brother comes and he subscribes. I don't think I slept 2 nights after the first subscription. That's how much it meant for me. But that's how shadow work gets done. You kill yourself every day, and you appreciate people that help you to kill yourself. Not physically. Just now people are going to be like, you see? So yeah, people that have subscribed to the channel, automatically they're going to be getting up in the classes for free, right? Please be mindful that Chisa, hey, hey man, almost all my sins just came to light. That's how it feels like when you bring in the new information to your genes. They call it cognitive dissonance. So if you subscribe to the channel, automatically you're going to be in. The people that have registered for the retreat already are going to be in the class. We're going to be doing that communication. I know it's going to be a bit of a junky of a job, but I'll try to get it together. Since, well, people have bought me data, so tonight I'm going to be sleeping very late. So now, this is then how it works. So you're going to be part of that. It's 50 a pop. I don't even know the hours or the times, but I don't want it to interfere with my day-to-day lives. Probably going to be like 30 minutes. In it, we're not going to be talking about soft issues a lot. We're going to be talking about hard issues. What are hard issues? It's time now that we start understanding and fully integrating ourselves into our Godhood. In case you're catching on late, we gods here. But not like, you know, like you are there. You don't like God, wherever I know you say, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever that I want to do. No, you're still subject to some few laws and principles. Few laws and principles that you're governed by, particularly in your physical. One of them is forgiveness. This happens to be such a perpetual cosmic whoop or loop that has been swallowing everybody that has been coming on this earth, you know. Because I mean, like, here, we don't like enemies. I mean, everybody's enemy. You know, it's like, yeah, man, I can just start a shit with you. I can come and type my shit on your Facebook or TikTok. Or I could not just like your page. That's what hurts people these days. If people don't like your TikTok video, you feel grieved. We've degraded so much as gods that we get fascinated by skomota. This is how low we've sunk. The world is yearning for a bit of difference, a bit of salt, you know. People that have unconditional hearts. This is a new in. Or you still think that your bank balance is still a shit? Not anymore, my darling. The game has flipped. It's all about the heart now. Why do you think I come on TikTok with my teeth looking like this and I don't give a fuck? You know, I'll be like, yeah, whatever. This cosmically means that the third dimension density is falling apart. We are now in what we call the chaotic age. Nothing makes sense. Everything is a mess. Do you still want to be here? Or you want to escape? So I'm looking for people that are looking for prison break here. That's why I'm taking these classes on the side, because we're going to be talking about energy at work. I'm looking into talking to the people that have transcended the issue of heaven, hell, being outside, good or bad. I'm looking for people that have studied the likes of A Course in Miracle. By the way, A Course in Miracle is nothing but a butcher work of Egyptian God of the Dead, or Book of the Dead by A.E. Wallace Barge, which, by the way, this book was supposed to be called The Book of Coming Forth by Day. This is the book that is dedicated to Heru. Hey, let's all gather here. Hey, man. Hey, man, don't be doing that to me. Hey, Nona, don't be doing that to my ass. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I might send you an inbox. Whoever that is subscribed to the channel, send you an inbox, get your numbers. We're going to get in this shit class together. We're down doing the energy work. We're looking for gods now here. Right. So, yay! Thank you for the subscription. And yeah, man, shit. Yeah. All of us, we're dealing with different issues. You might not have an issue with forgiveness. Somebody might have an issue with jealousy. Somebody might have an issue with hoarding. Hoarding, by the way, it's a sickness. If you hoard on a physical level, this is a representation of you hoarding metaphysically, spiritually. You cannot go shit nowhere if you are a hoarder. Because when you hoard, go watch the movie by the name of Luck. This is a Pixar animation movie. It was released 2019. The name of the movie is Luck. In there, they teach a very pivotal principle. If you want to receive, you have to start giving, because when you give, you open up your hand. The universe, when it looks at you, when you've done the work, that's no use or you looking for a pink car, law of attraction, and you still haven't even forgiven yourself. I mean, like, you're going to keep on doing the law of attraction and attracting all the ghosts. You know? I know it for the people that are doing astral traveling. You know, they'll be doing astral traveling. They'll be like, yeah, tonight I'm going, you know, like, Yeah, I read the book. Oh, by the way, the best book about astral traveling is a book by Robert Bruce, Astral Dynamics. Robert Bruce, Astral Dynamics. Want a book? Send me a WhatsApp, then I'll send it to you. I have a copy. So in this book that he says now, then you sit down, you're like, yeah, I'm going, you know. And now when you astral travel, the first thing comes, it's like, hey, where am I going? Or you start seeing things. You know, you'll see a big bear, like, whoa. That's why they say astral traveling is dangerous. Because when you warding yourself against spiritual attacks, what you're doing is you're dealing with your hohaikis. Because all of us have, you know, you have that. Silas is going to love this. I know you're going to love this. The Hebrews are the people that gave us the Bible. So they think. But we'll go with that. These are the guys where you get the Aramaic, it comes from them. You know, there's a lot of stuff that they did, but, you know, I'm way past the conspiracy theories and because they're tiring. By the way, conspiracy theories, you can also get stuck there. They call them rabbit holes. Hey, watch out for those rabbit holes. You might not come back. You know? And now we're looking for you. You're not coming back. What's a rabbit hole? If you don't know what the rabbit hole is, it's gonna take long, bros. So the Hebrews, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but it will come. The Hebrews are the guys that looked at it as taboo to call the name of God. Because these are the guys that understood that God is such a huge concept that even naming it, it's a problem. Babu Credo speaks about it. Get this book. Oh, every time I do this and I mess up my whole library. Zulu Shaman by Babu Credo Moto. You can find it at Take a Lot. This obviously is going to be like $3.50. I don't have a soft copy. I've been looking for it. Shit, I had to buy it. You eat that information like that, you know. You gobble it like that. Beautiful book that. So now the Hebrews, they said to that, the bestest thing that we can say God is X. Why do you think Twitter has been named to X? Hey people. That's why I'm saying that we need these classes, you know. So that we can start doing the work. But now who's in for the class? Now already you in. So essentially 3 people. How many people do I have that registered for the retreat? My wife will have to remind me, 4 or 5 people. So now I'm going to be sending up the messages to all the people that are concerned. So it's going to be going for 50 a pop. 50 a pop, you know, maybe like 50 rands, man. The reason being, it's not really about the amount, but it's just to shove it up, you know. To shove it up in a sense that I don't want to be depriving the people that want to be getting up this, because now this is the 2024 and you're thinking that your goal's gonna come from the physical. No, the game is now, it's like this. The game is now like the vertigo, you know. So now this is what we're gonna do. Please let me know in the WhatsApp group if you're intending to be registering up for the class. Hey, no shit poster's gonna be going out. I'll just do a little bit of a video in a WhatsApp group just to put it out there for people to have an idea what am I talking about. Then we're going to be starting as soon as possible. They're not going to be long. I'll try to squeeze it in 30 minutes. It's going to be very packed. It's going to be very packed. It's going to have a lot of books. I've always wanted to be a lecturer, you know. I remember back in the days when I used to be in varsity and these people will give you 2 hours and you paid 3.5 for Economics 101. And these fuckers, they only give you 2 hours worth of lecturing. And are you like, is this how it's designed? Somehow that's how it works in the universe. The universe wants to gouge your intention. But by the way, please, I know shit part of the New Age movement. If you speak about the New Age movement, you put me on the side. Oh yeah, Kwanzaa, yeah, you hear, of course. You know. Each one teach one. Yeah, you know, you teach other people. So this obviously it's for the people that are gonna be coming up for this third retreat. But not only that, even if you don't wanna come, you can do the work wherever where you are. This is how the veil has been torn. Everything is now coming to the open. Not only the information, the ghosts too. You know, everybody's coming back, bro. I be like, yeah, you know, they've been hiding my ass. I'm coming. There's a myth that I want to be quoting from before I can get to the Hebrews, the concept of God. There's a myth that speaks about Lilith. Who knows Lilith? Lilith is a harlot, is a bitch. You know. So that's what we want to be talking about in that WhatsApp group. But now, because we're here, people are still afraid of even swear words. People are still, you know, and, you know, done with that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be taking up a bit of a couple of minutes break. I'm coming back. I'm here up until 8 o'clock. So don't be perturbed. I got 3 gigs, bro. What the fuck do you think I'm going to do with the 3 gigs worth of data with my wife giving me a go ahead? Yeah, Tandeka, that is it. So I'm going to be taking a bit of a break. I'll come back, and when I'm back, we're going to be starting. So what you can do is you can go back, check out the videos, send an idea, you know, as we spoke about it. And yeah, I'm coming. We need the poo. How are you, poo? That's a bit better. And then there was quietness. Back again, we back at it again. We break it again. Yeah, let's get the shit going. For some reason, I enjoy the smell of coffee. Hello, it's the number on your bar for WhatsApp. Yeah, for sure it is, sis. Who's here? Today I said it, isn't it? We're here until 8 o'clock. Hey! Somebody's asking a very big question. But I have to reply to this. You guys need to hold on a little bit. Hold on. Cool. You guys are probably looking at me and thinking, what the fuck is happening tonight? Hello, it's the number on your bio. Yeah, so let's see. No, I thought it was. It's still hot. NN55. How did you get the NN55? Or how did you get that number? Was it TikTok generated, or are you a mystic of some sort? Shangama number. Fancy face love. Let's see. Who's in a building? Can you guys hear me properly? We're still on the spiritual attacks. How do you ward yourself from spiritual attacks? Sometimes we'll speak about two energies, the very famous energies. Probably you've heard about this, the succuba and succubus. Who wants to hear about those two? Yeah. Natasha girl. Succuba and succubus. So how much? Oh yeah. Oh, how many classes am I gonna do? Okay, you asking me a question that I don't have answer on. You know, I said it's a 50 a pop. So what I'm gonna do, because my retreat, it's on the 29th of March. I'm gonna be dishing out the classes. What day is it today? Because I'm gonna need to prepare a little bit, you know, so that I can structure them and get you guys all the materials. Because I'm gonna be sending a lot of books. Some of the books will come as I go, but the ones that I have at hand, I can be able to share them. So we could say I'm going to be having, because I need to cover 9 hours on it, or we can make it 12 hours leading to the retreat, because this is a prep for the retreat. So I'd say if it's 50 a pop and it's 50 a session, I'm going to probably be giving like those couple of sessions. Do the math there, man, you know. Or you can give me whatever that you want to give me, but it's 50 a pop. So if you want to register for the first class, which I think it's something that you can do, you know, give it a test ride. Just to see if I'm fucking with you, you know. Because probably there's a lot of shit of people that are fucking around with people. You get locked in a class, or the so-called class, all of a sudden nothing is happening. You know, like everybody's like, they gone with your money. So test me out and try to see. By the way, I also do a little bit of reading. I don't like investing myself a lot in reading. The reading, by the way, like you know, because I don't want to be sounding a little bit like there's a Transylvania some stuff. You know, when we do the reading, we do it mathematically with you. I do it with you energetically, because I'll show you the power of the numbers, which is one of the technologies that we've been sleeping on. We've been sleeping on numerology. We've been sleeping on numerology. We've been sleeping on numbers. We thought that numbers were just for counting. Numbers are angels. Angels are angels. So the moment when you're done with fully integrating yourself into Godhood, which is what I'm thinking that these sessions that we're going to have are going to help us to get to that, because right now a lot of people are running helter-skelter. There's a lot of shit that is happening. People don't even know, are we going there or are we going there? You know, people are like, what, where are we going? Some people give it very difficult names. They call it initiation, but I don't like putting names on things, you know. That's why I don't like doing readings, because just now you tell somebody that your path number or your life path number is number 4. It's all about feminine energy, and they start breaking apart to be like, everything they do it's soft, you know. Like, it's not about that. The shit is all about the balance. You should know if love path number it's 4, you in shit because you're dealing with a lot of water. And now a lot of water, in as much as it's good for you, it kills up your kidneys, it wears you down, because you can hardly keep anything. So that's why you have to now, if you life path number 4, you're going to have to fuck around with a lot of masculinity. You're going to have to play around with 3, you know. What's a 3? 3 is anything masculine. 3 is like the fluorescent light is 3. When you're watching sport like boxing, that's 3. What's 3? 3 is more like a third dimension density. It's all about dichotomy. You playing the yin and the yang game. You see? And a lot of people have no idea what we're talking about. So that's what we've been sleeping on. We've been sleeping on numbers. There's a guy that... Shit, that's 8. Pythagoras. See that guy that made our life a nightmare? You know, you remember back in school, I mean, they'll be like, hey, there comes now the tangent theorem. What does he want to prove? Pythagoras is that guy that you'll always see him holding the triangle, the pyramid. Pythagoras was fascinated with the number that's behind me. You see that number there? Number 3. There were quotes that were sent in a WhatsApp group. I don't know who sent them. And I looked at these quotes. I actually nearly got out of my skin. You know, I was like, oh my word. This is what these quotes do. They call them the solfeggio quotes. You got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each number has a certain significance. Who's here? Laura. Drink water, my friends. Water, my friends. Water, my friends. Too much, and they are so interesting. Forgot to... TikTok says I've been here for 90 minutes and I forgot to take a break. Oh yeah, that's nice. You make TikTok so interesting, but at the same time you're telling me to take a break. Go read George Orwell book. 1984. They speak in there about the double talk. They sell you something, but they say it's going to kill you. It's like when you smoke. They say to you smoking kills, but they sell it. You know? And now you're sitting there, you're looking, okay, I know this shit is going to kill me, but now I want it. So yeah. So please, let's go back to numerology. Let's study numerology, because numbers are the way on how God speaks to us. There's a saying that says, Euclidean, that Greek guy that came with Euclidean geometry, he says, the numbers are the closest language of God. So So we've been sleeping on the numbers. Oh yeah, spiritual baths, of course. Take a bath. Now there's this spiritual bath. Somebody referred to earlier on Epsom salt. What the fuck did you get that? You know, yeah, man. You know, like when you go with the Epsom salt with kind of what else is there? It's Epsom salt. And I know Madam Pebbles, you know, you fuck around a lot with salt, you probably know this. It's Epsom salt, salt, part of sodium, by the way, sodium meaning something of earth, you know. That's why when you're eating something that is too salty, you get thirsty. This is the yin and the yang. That's why if you're too angry and you want to transcend your anger, you start doing small things. Picking stuff from the floor. What you're doing is you're introducing the opposite of what you used to. That's how the ego dies. Speaking of the bath, go check the name of the lady is Sonia Choke. Let me write the name down. Probably you're not going to get it, but let me write the name down. Hey! Baby! Let me, hey man. And now you guys want me to put this platform on YouTube. That's gonna be too much, man. I mean, look at me. I'm not professional, you know. I'm not a YouTube material. That's why my videos are getting watched like 40. The largest number that I've ever had was 41 people, and I was like, oh, okay. So, but then it's only for us, right? If you know a group, please get yourself there, because when I send the new videos, I send the links in there. Sonia Choker, if I get that name right. Axito 19. Hey man, you guys, I see that you guys are on some night. You want to get me all crying and stuff, and I'm not going to give you the benefit. Hey man, I tried. Go check out the name of this lady, Sonia Chukert. You know, so depending we let's call it if if I butcher this English stuff, it's not my fault, you know. Nona, thank you very much. Baxito, Kyalebua. So now here's the thing about the Epsom salt story, you know. People have been asking, what's this thing with putting water under your bed with salt? Some people spice it up with vinegar. You should try it. You know? So now, and now some people are talking about Epsom salt baths and stuff. Remember somebody spoke about the salt earlier on. So I'm trying to expound a little bit on salt. What I know. You should also go read some few books. Because gone are the days whereby we have teachers. Shit, we got no teachers here now. All of us really know. So this is an age where you should not be following nobody. But here on TikTok, here for sure, please, man. I mean, I really appreciate it. Even your guys' likes. What you guys did tonight is the bomb. Classes, remember those classes? I'm going to be taking very, very few number of people, because this is not that I can be able to extend. The reason why I'm automatically taking the people that have subscribed, the people that appreciate this form of content, you will see them by such actions. The people that are sitting there liking up the page, this is not an easy task. And I know probably, you know, you're sitting there thinking that making content on YouTube or TikTok, it's so easy. You guys are making it easy by sending up the likes, sending up the comments, buying up this, following on this, subscribing on this. And I'm asking you questions, and I'll be saying all these things, and at the same time I say that you should not believe me. Sometimes it makes me wonder, why is your guys' ass still here? You know, you're like, so you still listening to me? But enough with that. With that being said, I'm trying to say to you guys that this is a time whereby we need to be following ourselves. Sonia Cheket speaks about the Epsom salt bath. What does the Epsom salt bath does? This is a spiritual bath because it cleans your aura. What is the aura, you ask? The aura is that thingy that is around you, you know. You get to a point where you get to be olfactory. You get to open up those senses, then you can smell it. That's why some people will tell you that you can smell sickness. You know, you can smell things. In as much as you have physical sense, you have non-physical sense. The people that are speaking about opening up their third eye, which is, by the way, the first eye, because we used to see with it. We used to have senses beyond these ones that you see. You know, you used to hear with something else. That's why when you are on this journey, you'll get some ringing in your ears, you know. Sometimes, hey, you know, hey man, who's here? Who's here? I'm dropping up these things. I want people to not to miss them out, because I doubt if I'm gonna put this YouTube here. When you constantly see, Baxisto, here's the thing: 111. This is 444. This is 11. Okay, now 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. This is part of numerology, by the way. This exercise, they call it gematria. Remember, I spoke about the Hebrews earlier on, the people that wrote the Bible or gave us the earlier form of Bible, which obviously they got it from the Coptic text, the Coptics from Egypt and blah blah blah. These are the guys that gave us the Bible as we know it, because the Bible is written or owed to the Hebrews. So the Hebrews, they also used a form of counting, but the form of counting, not necessarily counting like when you do accounting in maths. Accounting in a sense that each and every single word has a number. They call it gematria. These are the numbers that they shared in a WhatsApp group. Coders. Hey, Eba! You know, so that's then what happens. Then this is then how the shit gets folded up. Hebrew obviously was a very difficult. Aramaic, it's still today the most hardest language to understand or even write, because those are the guys that write from back to. This is how Da Vinci used to write. So, oh yeah, if you're new here, you can follow the brother. I'm not selling any form of religion. Out of religions, you know. Yeah, no, like, you know, because I realized that the biggest scam that has ever surfaced is religion. And this is not settling, you know. You know. So, what was I talking about? The coders. We were talking about the coders. Can somebody please remind me what is it that I was talking about? Because I was getting flung out there with what happens when you constantly see that? Okay, cool. So now if you take 1, you plus 1, you plus it with 1, you plus it with 1, you're gonna get the 4. What is the 4? Hey man. Hey, the 4. The 4, they also know it as a 4th dimension. The 4th dimension, this is then when you start seeing things. You are caught in a twilight zone. You like in a, when 2 circles come together, you there. So you can be able to see spiritual entities, you can feel them, you can hear them. But you're also living here on a 3rd dimension. So the 4th dimension is that just flimsy dimension which has a bit of a cloak. This is what psychoanalysts are fascinated about when they were studying the conscious and the subconscious. So when you see 111 or 1111, it could be that you need to start taking your work seriously. Whatever that you're doing works. And I say whatever what you're doing works. I say it deliberately because not everybody should meditate. You know, like, people are thinking everybody should be meditating. Like, hey man, to say anything, meditation is fucking boring, particularly if you do it that way, because meditation to start with was not confined to positions alone. Meditation is a state of presentness. Right now, there's a fan. When I do this to crystals, I can hear them. I can see the ring light. What do I smell? When you do that, that's meditation. Like, let's say yoga. What's yoga? Yoga, it's what the fuck is it? I was reading Hatha Yoga today. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, where are you now? I had it now. I had a book, Hatha Yoga. This is where you get to get acquainted with your body. Yoga, by the way, it's yoking. Yoke. What's yoke? Yoke is putting things together. Which is the same thing when you sing 222, 222, okay, oh shit. When you sing 2222, hey nigga. Hey man, you be singing out the 2222, because if you take out the 2222 according to gematria, and I'm a beginner in this, don't be thinking that I got the shit together. When you see 2222, it's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That gives you 8. What is 8? Infinity. Infinity. Alright, interesting. What is infinity? The 8, if I put it backwards. Oh yeah. 2024. That's 8. What does 8 symbolize? The bounty, bro. 8 is about opulence. But 8 is also about 8 is about death. You know. But what dies? It's not your physical self, it's your ego. You're becoming like a child again. So when you see that numbers, that's what it means. So we've been sleeping up on the numbers. We've been sleeping up with the Epsom salt baths or salt baths or just a normal bath. Why does it work? In your body, I'll speak a little bit about Wim Hof as well. Who knows Wim Hof? That guy that they call it the science of breathing. You deliberately do it forcefully because in your body there's this thing that they call the brown fat cells. Excellencia, Dumela Luena. Thank you guys for keeping me company. Baxito, you got that? Oh yeah, go check him out. He has a 12 minutes breathing exercise. Oh my word. That exercise, the first time when I did it, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. It took me. Hey nigga, it flung my ass. I shit didn't even know where the fuck I was. That's how bad it is. When you do the Wim Hof breathing technique, you tapping into what the baths do for you. Salt baths, cold baths, Epsom salt baths. Your brown fat cells, it's the energy that your body generates. And now, your body, for it to register the aura, it does it through your brown fat cells. Because your brown fat cells, you can look at it as your ESCOM. Your brown fat cells respond very well to oxygen. Oxygen and water. Fortunately, wine is not part of it. I wish it was. But then what happens is, by the way, let's make this fun. Like, people are asking questions. Ask your questions, shoot your shoot. And we're here until 8 o'clock, so, Yeah, so what happens is your brown fat cells, this is the energy that it's measurable through your heart. There's this thing that they call it electromagnetic energy, or is it electronanons? Your heart emits energy at any given time. I'll tell you where wine is. Not integrated. Wine, remember, it's that, hey man, let's not, we speak about Dionysus as well. The entity of wine. Hey, Charles, I see you in the building. Hey man, this thing is very slaggy. It's so low. Okay, I'll try to check it out. Try to fix it. Is it on? Aphrodisiac. Hey! That comment alone brought me back. The wine comment. It's a very important comment. And for you Christians who told you that drinking is a sin, this is probably not for you. I think I'm back now. I'm unchopped, right? I want us to do the most with this 25 minutes. But I want to hone in on one concept. You somehow going to have to start reintegrating into your godhood. I'm good now. Cool. So when you doing the baths, the spiritual baths, or whatever the shit that you do, some people wash with their urine. Some people take it too far. They drink it. But now it turns out, according to mythology, it turns out that your urine, back in the days there used to be a therapy called urine therapy. If you clean your urine good enough, hey man, who am I to tell you what to do with your life? So, man, the network is such a bad bird. Beckett Beck. Malhees. I'll wait for it to be good. I'll wait for it. Zombie. So 12 of us in here, and you guys have been listening. You might be brave. When you're dealing up with the shit, you must be on something very strong. Hey man, you must be very something very strong. But by the way, when I say something very strong, who knows morphine? For you learned friends, who knows morphine? How dangerous morphine is? Oof. Who knows morphine? It's also part of the spiritual cleansing. The baths, when you wash them, they wash the aura, they wash the brown fat cells. If you do with your urine, If you watch with wax of candle. Oh, morphine, by the way, it's a chemical that your body makes genetically, naturally. It's called endorphin. How do you release the endorphin? Subject yourself to pain. How do you subject yourself to pain? Do things that you would have never done. For me, it's going live on TikTok every day. I'll be like, oh shit. You know? We're like, oh shit, here we go again. What you doing when you doing that? You killing yourself. Not like, no, not physically. Of course, that's silly. You're still gonna come back. This is what I want to hone on. We need to now take our godhood, meaning this thing of astral body, astral traveling, kundalini, third eye, the aura, spiritual attacks. This is what it boils down to. You are so powerful that you can create your demons. Call it words of power. Christians call it death and life has been put at the tip of your tongue. Right there. Do you think that you can't heal yourself? Is it too much? Hey, because I know it's too much. Okay, let me speak for myself. This healing business bullshit somehow has to end. Because if there's anything that this healing business is a perpetual cosmic joke, bro. One day you feel on top of your chakras, man. You feel like, oh, my chakras are opened, man. You know, I'll be like, yeah, man. Call me the next day. You know, I call you or you call me the next day, you feel like you want to kill me. Or I feel like I want to kill you. That's how the energy works. That's why I'm saying the healing business is to stop, man. Whereby we now understand that we are the alchemists. We should speak stuff into existence. We're like, husband, come, or wife, come. You don't want to hear, you don't want to know my daily mantras, you know, particularly when it comes to the energy, because that's how you do that. Oh, by the way, Jesus is also a form of energy, eh? So don't feel shy or don't feel left out because you're Christian and you think that we're speaking about spooky stuff. We're speaking about the energies here. When we speak about the heaven and hell, we're not talking about them as something that is, everything is in you. If you're not sure about that, let's go to Matthew 7. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything shall be added unto you. In the book of Corinthians, I think it's Jesus who said, or Galatians, where he said that people are looking for the kingdom of God, like they think it's going to be falling from TikTok or it's going to be falling from the book. They're looking for it. Oh, he didn't use those words though. But it was something like, the kingdom of God shall be neither near nor there. Meaning, everywhere you go, there you are. That's why I'm saying, don't be going for step by step. If you want to get this shit, it's not about you meditating, it's not about you doing the yoga. Those are part of it. It's not about when you're asking somebody who's a little bit like yourself, like they know their shit like me, which by the way, I'm playing nothing but a fool, because what I'm talking about is something that you know. So now, this is something that you can do. But obviously, you're going to have to do the work because out of the abundance of the heart, which is where God is. I want you to try this. The next time when you meet a baby, like a 2 or 3 year old, ask them. Say maybe their name is Tsidiso. Ask them, Tsidiso guy. You'll see what they will do. They'll say, the baby won't say, where are you? The baby won't say, the baby will say, Where are you? Are you in your heart or are you in your head with the work and stuff? This is a shit that we're going to be talking about in classes. So I'm going to structure it like that. We're going straight deep at it. If you're still dealing with a God complex issue, go read a lot of psychology. Go read a lot of... I was reading Francis Kafka, Maobamo. Franz Kafka. Go read a bit of Franz Kafka. Go read a lot of Leo Tolstoy as well. Manavi. Hey, Wambata. Oh, already? Okay, my love. Sure. So, read a little bit of Leo Tolstoy. I was reading, what's this guy's book, man? The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. What you're doing is, you're trying to break down the aspect of God being outside of yourself. Because it can be too much to take. Remember, all of us are in a state of amnesia of some sort. Go read the fourth agreement and the fifth agreement. I have those books as well. Send me a WhatsApp, then I can send them to you. So that you can be able to understand that you somehow going to have to break away from the moral code of good and bad. If everything is, that's what heaven is called. But if, daily the shit is always not good. It's always not good. So if the shit is not good, that's what we call hell. Now you as the alchemist, you have to transmutate those states. You play around with those states. You become the alchemist. You take a bad day, you make it into a good day. You take your dataless day, which is me in the morning. Me in the morning, I'll show you how you grow. Me in the morning, I didn't have data to go live. But I also wanted to get on WhatsApp, because there's a lot of shit that is happening on WhatsApp. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be buying this data, getting out of money, and now I want to see something. And voila. Guess what? I got data, niggas. Why do you think Kinzeki Hakids, I'm still in your face? Actually, after spoke to me now, she's going to bed. And a maneki wohi. But hey, tonight I got a lot to show for it, man. But like I always say, the bestest gift for me is if you take the shit, put it somewhere else, and it gathers dust. Don't be afraid don't call me when you start now burning, because the energy that we're facing right now, it's the energy of fire. This is a Mars energy. I'll show you the scary book about Mars. And I know you guys are not scared. You freaks like that. Hey man, where are you now? That's a book by Graham Hancock, The Mars Mystery. Or The Mystery of Mars, something like that. Haha, I got it. Me got it. And I see why I had to have it. This is The Mars Mystery, a tale of the end of two worlds. What did I say about the eye? I know you guys are so scared. You're like, ooh, the eye. Oh, Jesus. Hey, man, it always cracks me all the time when people still don't understand some few issues. By the way, the eye is the pyramid. The pyramid is nothing but yourself. The pyramid is an electromagnetic transducer. This is an energy machine. That's what the pyramids were built for. If you get to the story of pyramids, this is what they tell you. Hey man, we gotta finish up with the shit now. 10 minutes left, yeah, for sure. Now, as promised, I've delivered the shit. Whether you take it or you don't, take it or let it alone. And for the people when they found this life to be insightful, go to work. I tell you why I hate the readings. I guess what I'm gonna say next. You'll hear how it sounds like. And this doesn't sound like me, but listen to this. This is the year of abundance. Astrologically, religiously, whichever the way how you want to put it. But now the trick is, you're gonna reap what you've been sowing. It's just a bit of a fucked up issue about the whole story. And it's so painful, you know, it's like, oh, you guys are going to the party and you're not taking me along? Hey man, have you been doing the work? The energy is no longer in buildings now. You the church, you the church, you the pastor. You know, this is how nice this shit is. You the pastor, right? And while you at it, you can be the bishop. Better yet, for people that have been going to the Gobelas, which is the best technology according to me, just my personal opinion, which has quite recently become a bit flaky. But this was the time whereby all these structures had to fall. No guru, no gobela, no teacher, no pastor. Everything is in you. But if you've been shitting around, obviously your shit is gonna come as above, so it is below. You know? Yeah, no, this is not nice, man. And you might have been pulling a lot of dark stuff out of the bag that you came here with. Trust me, I have been as well. And I'm busy trying to correct my wrongs, get my shit together, apologize where I need to apologize, and liberate myself. So if you found it useful, thank you very much. Go do the work. And now remember, when you meditate, you might seem like you are alone. When you meditate, we're all joining together, my brother, my sister, through the cosmic Wi-Fi. If you're doing the acts of love, if you're doing the acts of giving, you're vibrating along the lines of the same people that are doing what you're doing, because that's what connects us, the cosmic Wi-Fi. It's much more strong now. The signal is like 5 bars. You know when you do the modem. Oh, by the way, if you wanna get rid of all this shit of data, me asking every day, you can hook me up with the modem data. Per month it's $2.90, I think. You can tell I've been struggling with R1. Where would I get the $2.90? You know? But then nonetheless, it's just 8 of us in here. Kilometer Minahani. This is the year whereby everything is gonna open up. Your job now is to put yourself in a receiving state. You are at the cusp of this, and if the volume has been too high for you, it's going down. The volume is going to be much more manageable. And the healing, not to say it's going to be easy, but it's going to be much more palpable. You know, we can really, really literally feel it. And now when you do the healing, when you're doing your baths, when you're doing your meditations, when you're doing your prayers, how pasha, when you're doing your, whatever the acts of whatever that you're doing, stay at it, work hard at it. A lot of things are going to come to want to get your attention, because in as much as you're connecting with people that are loving, every time when you are hating, you're also connecting with other people that are hating. So now we have to collectively choose which beast are we feeding. Are we feeding hate? Are we feeding doubt? Are we feeding love? Or are we feeding hope? And unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, your body is also gonna cataclysmically or gigantically gonna change. You know, you're gonna go, Dr. Delbert Blair, the late Dr. Delbert Blair, he says that you're gonna go through bodily changes that you've never even imagined. Hey, Muribuko, Excellentia, Masosibo. No, I'm still here. Don't chase me away yet. 5 minutes left. I'm sending a lot of message of encouragement. So now the veil, or the hardness of the shadow work is dwindling, because collectively the ego is dying. What does that mean? I'm doing the work, you doing the work, somebody else is doing the work, everybody's doing the work, people are doing the work, people are being drawn to the act of kindness for no reason. It's part of doing the work. The work is not only money. Please get that out of your head. The work is also about, like, this is the work. I mean, like, we here, aren't we? You know, and please don't be shy or never be afraid of helping somebody who's doing the work. If your brother or your sister is, the effort. To be here, do you think that the energy that is of love is happy of this? No. The energy that is of hate, the energy that is of hate doesn't like it when this shit happens. Like, why every time when you say that you want to study your New Year's resolution, the next day you're so tired? For you guys that registered for the gym, you know, you'll be like, yeah, nah, bro, I got the apparel, bro. I got the clothes, man. You register for the gym, the next day, it starts raining. You made it rain. Because now, healing invites the counter-opposite. I normally look at people, they speak about being light workers. I think that's what made me quit Facebook. I'm going for 3 years now. When you go to Facebook, everybody's a light worker, bro. You know, you're like, yeah, man, you know, I'm a twin flame, bro. I'm a light worker, man. Now, here's the shit that you don't understand. We're living up in a third dimension density, which is governed by the law of polarity, the law of duality. For the black, there has to be the white. For the light, there has to be the darkness. I don't think when you're saying that you're the light worker, your shit ain't ready for the dark. Because out of the darkness comes the light. The Bible says it, out of chaos, out of the primeval water came order. So if you want your life to be orderly, if you want to heal, amen. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like, when is it going to end? Likelihood is it's not going to end. So, how do you end it? By doing the work. This is the class that I'm going to be starting, where we call it energy work. Please be mindful, it's going to take everybody from the walks of life. If you're too much Christian and you're part of that WhatsApp group, tone it down. If you are too much of a chakrahan, RB 68, 6 o'clock every evening, Monday to Friday. 4 hours on a Saturday. starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. But if you want to book your session as well, if you want to book up your session with myself, where we do the reading a little bit of hypnotherapy, regret. Somebody said a very nice word. They call it regression therapy. This is now where you go to the Akashic records. Some people talk about the ether. Some people speak about ancestors. This is basically your collective unconscious. This is where your archetypes play. You dream of snakes. Who's dreaming of snakes a lot lately? I'm way my past time. I'm just going to fuck around with you guys for a couple of minutes. And by the way, if you have a question as well, you can send it up. Have you? Yeah, man. I'm laughing like this because a lot of us have a misconception about the snake. The snake is known as what is called the naga. What is the naga? The naga is that what they call the kundalini. The moment when you start working a lot with the chakras, if you know a little bit about the chakras, a snake will keep on coming, It's either in dreams or you'll just see it. The snake symbolizes the feminine energy that is laying dormant in your root chakra, red. There's a couple of ways on how to awaken it, but it wakes up a lot, especially when you're stressed. Go check out the movie Doctor Strange 2. Get Doctor Strange 1 while you're at it. Got Doctor Strange 1 and Doctor Strange 2. The 2-1 is then when he's in a strange multiverses. In that movie, there's a lady by the name of America. She wears a pentagram. Pentagram, by the way, it's a 5-pointed star. For you guys who say, I'm afraid of the devil, but you're watching Doctor Strange 2. So now this lady, her name is America. She has the ability to go to different multiverses or universes. But now, she cannot be able to control this shit. This shit just happens to her, particularly when she's scared. You as well, you have to find your cue for your astral traveling. Do you astral travel when you think about sex or when you dream about the snake? By the way, this snake, it's meant to frighten you. Because you guys that are looking up, opening up a kundalini or a third eye, you guys got no idea what the fuck is it that you're walking around with. Yeah, you got no idea. This is what you're walking around with when you want to waken up your kundalini. The sun, when it gives you the ultraviolet rays, it gives it to you when you measure it, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know in Celsius. What's the 900 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius for you guys to understand it? I think it's double or half that. So, I think it's time I switch off the fan. Let me try. And it's raining. So, that's that, man. What the fuck was I talking about? I forgot. So if you've been doing up your stuff, actually they forgot. Can somebody please remind me if you're still interested in continuing with it? You guys are here on live TikTok, and you guys are telling your children you should not be playing on social media, and you guys have been here now for 2 hours. It's like, yeah, bro, we know, but but nonetheless, let's not be way too long. If you want a session, book it up with me so that we can do those things. Oh yeah, the snake. So now, what happens with the kundalini is, the kundalini, it's a 900 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning it's a snake which also symbolizes fire. Because every time when you see the snake, it has something to do with the fire that has to be aroused in you. But now the kundalini, because it's a feminine energy, It has its masculine counterpart, which they call the Kunda buffer. You know, you got the Kundalini and you got the Kunda buffer. You got the Yin, you got the Yang. You got the high, you got the low. You got the no airtime and you got the airtime you. You got the healed self and the no healed self. So what the Kundalini does when it comes up, it pierces through whatever the bullshit that you might be having. You know, it pierces the whole shit that you might be having. How does it do that? It dissolves your old self. You used to hate, now you're gonna love. You used to be angry, now you're gonna be happy. You used to be sad, now you're gonna be excited. You used to be in lack, now you're gonna be in riches. You'll be like, whew, I so could not wait. But before that happens, you gotta be cooked by this fire. And it's almost like a physical sensation that you can feel in your body. So this lady in the American Strange, in that Doctor Strange movie, Trapped in Multiverses, every time when she has an emotion, she can be able to travel or to go into different dimensions. That's what you need to find out for you as well. All of us use different things. I mean, like I was saying earlier on, I got this thing with coffee. Whew, it smells good. Somebody might be attracted to rain. Somebody might be into candles. Somebody might be into Jesus. Whichever system that you use, Abra, these are not yours. These are tools. Particularly people that have been brought up under the Christian belt, they tend to think that God belongs to them. So there's a lot that we're going to have to talk about. But we will unbundle a lot of them in the class where we're not going to be shocking people. And it's 50 a pop. I'm going to be delivering 12 hours worth of tips, energy at work, preparing the people that are also coming to the retreat. But until we meet the other day, which is the next one, thank you.